Hello, I know it's been a while. I wonder where you are. And if you think of me sometimes.
Just need intro music every time. Hello, everybody. It is Autism Awareness Month, the month of April. On April 2nd, we wear blue. See my blue? This is the only blue thing I own. And I painted my nails blue. I'm categorizing this under mental health tips because I think that it's really important to find some sort of cause or join a cause. And obviously, you don't have to be like, super rich and donate a bunch of money to a bunch of charities or all of your time to something, but there are certain small ways that you can get involved in things. So I think it's a really important thing to find something you're passionate about and go for it. So I kind of fell into working with children with autism, but since it is the Autism Awareness Month, I wanted to give some information about it because lots of times people ask what it is, and it's a little bit hard to describe because autism looks different on every single child, regardless of their age. You could have like a really high functioning 5-year-old, or you could have a low functioning 20-year-old, and even on top of that, their different behaviors, they look different in every child. So I actually looked it up so I could be a little bit more concise about it, but it is, if you want to just describe it in very, very direct words, difficulties of social interaction, verbal and nonverbal communication, and repetitive behaviors. So like making friends is really difficult. Sometimes learning to introduce yourself can be a big challenge for a kid, or even understanding emotions is really hard for them. And then there can obviously be gross and fine motor things that are affected, like it's hard to jump or it's hard to skip. And then the repetitive behaviors are kind of, we call them stereotypies, and it's kind of the things that you typically notice that they appear atypical, like hand flapping or like looking at objects really close and different things like that. So, through our therapy, it's called ABA therapy, applied behavioral analysis. We work with the kids to try and teach them how to interact more appropriately, and sometimes we work on fine and gross motor skills, and we kind of work to lessen the stereotypies that I was talking about, just so that they can function better, and that they can interact socially, so that they can engage with people and have a good life. So that's what we do. We go into the homes, and through natural ways or more structured ways, we teach them things all the way from, how to use a spoon to, I've heard of like a teenage boy being taught how to ask a girl out. So it's just this whole spectrum of things that we get to teach. It's a really fun job. And I used to be really confused about awareness days, and I didn't really know like why they existed. That's kind of embarrassing, but I used to just be like, okay, well, we're aware. But so in case you're somebody like that, reasons to be aware are, there's no known cause for autism. There's no exact reason, but there is research to show that there are environmental causes. And so it's important to be aware so that you can take care of yourself, and you can be mentally healthy, physically healthy, so that you will have the lowest risk possible for having a child diagnosed with autism. And currently the rate is 1 in 54 boys, 1 in 200 something girls. It's more common in boys, but it's really common. So I think that's a reason to be aware of it. And then also another reason to be aware of it is just in case in your everyday life you may run into somebody with autism. You can be patient with them, because there are some times that you'll run into a kid and he doesn't look at you, or he doesn't say hi, or he doesn't respond when you ask him his name, and that may be one of my kids, or it may be one of my other therapist friends' kids, and they're trying really hard. It's so hard for them to look at you or to say their name. So just think about that the next time you may encounter somebody or a little kid who seems to be struggling to communicate. Then you could think, well, maybe that's their situation, and maybe that's a hard thing for them. So I just wanted to share this information because a lot of people don't know, what autism looks like or really how common it is. And like I said, with the causes, there are lots of different theories. I would just suggest looking them up online because there's so many of them. But the best thing that you can do is take the best care of your own body and of your own mental health so that you can be a really strong parent, and just have a really healthy body to be as safe as possible. So shout out to all my babies. They're not all babies, none of them are babies. And to all my families and to all my therapist friends, because I know that this job isn't always the easiest, but it sure is worth it. So happy Autism Awareness Month, and go out and wear your blue. Bye.